Hello again. Got a question. When you start a business, what's the first thing that you have to have in place other than an effective business plan and either a product or a service that people are going to want to purchase? You also have to have capital to support your enterprise, do you not? And where do you go for the capital? Well, most people go to the bank. And then they'll explain to the bank manager what it is that they're proposing to do. And if the bank manager feels comfortable with what they're proposing to do, they'll receive a certain amount of funds in order to allow them to launch their enterprise. Now, what happens when you fail and you don't achieve the numbers that you anticipated that you would achieve? And what happens when you need more money? Well, you go back to the bank. And at this time, the bank manager might not be that inclined to loan you additional funds. That's what happens in the real world. That's what happens to individuals or to organizations or to companies. When they run out of money, the majority of times they go bankrupt. They go out of business. Except if you work in the federal government. You take a look at the hundreds of millions of dollars, hundreds of billions of dollars that get wasted. But more important, let's take a look at Obamacare. Let's look at Obamacare as a business. Obama has all of these high-paying individuals in high-ranking positions. And their job is to create and launch this program. And the program turns out to be a complete disaster. Now, what would happen to a normal business if that were to happen to them? Well, they'd go out of business. But not Obamacare. And that's because Obamacare has access directly to the Speaker of the House, John Boehner, who continues to give him as much money as he needs or as he wants. And that's a reoccurring event. It happens over and over and over again. And the problem with the way this is functioning is it isn't functioning. All it is it's Obama's methodology to create a greater level of financial ruin on the American people. Obama has guaranteed insurance companies, don't worry, if this thing falls short, we'll look after you. Well, when he says we'll look after you, he's talking about taxpayers will look after the insurance companies. Yeah, I mean, this is nuts. Any business that was run the way this enterprise was being run, has been run, and is being run, would be out of business. But not if you have unlimited access to unlimited resources, which is what he has. And he's going to keep destroying America's economy, America's stability, by throwing good money after a whole lot of bad money. And there's no end in sight. Obama cannot admit defeat. He cannot admit that his flagship accomplishment is a total disastrous failure. And he won't admit that. He will keep funding it with your money. What did I hear him say? Yeah, he said that hard work will allow people to achieve. Really? Well, how come you've created so many people that don't have to work, that don't want to work, that don't work? Huh? Even Buddy thinks that's nuts. Right, Buddy? You think that's crazy, right? Buddy thinks that's nuts. Right, Buddy? Oh, I'm not going to say his name because I don't want to upset you. When I say you know whose name, he starts to bark. we don't want him barking right now. Do we, buddy? Are you a good boy? Yes, you are. Say hi. Hi. Anyway, I hope you enjoy some of these clips with Buddy. I think he probably enjoys knowing that he's providing a little bit of humor, a little bit of comic relief into your life. We do need that. With so many depressing events constantly beating upon us, we do need a little bit of comic relief. And I hope I'm able to provide that on occasion, along with my buddy.